What's with Flourished Hope? I've been getting lots of requests for a tutorial on making calligraphy stickers using the Cricut machine. So here's an easy step-by-step guide to creating your own custom calligraphy vinyl stickers from start to finish. If you have a Cricut machine but haven't been using it much because it feels a bit intimidating, I totally get it. I hesitated to use mine for almost a year. But I hope this video encourages you and motivates you to start using your Cricut machine. So I experimented with various methods, but I believe the technique I'm sharing with you today is the best way to capture the delicate hairlines of calligraphy writing. The secret lies in using an app called Procreate on an iPad. I'll explain why, so stick around until the end of the video. Let's dive right in. For this project, you'll need a guide sheet with a grid, a pencil, a Cricut machine, a Cricut mat, Cricut utensils like weeding tool, squeegee, and scissors, the vinyl stickers, transfer sheet, and access to Cricut design space, an iPad and an Apple Pencil, access to Procreate, and a water bottle. I understand that this project involves some preparations and many equipments. If you already have these tools or plan to get them someday, feel free to follow along by re-watching the video. If not, sit back and enjoy watching the process of creating awesome DIY vinyl stickers. So the first step is to design your favorite quote. I'll be writing and designing the phrase, "Be courageous." It's best to pick a shorter phrase so that the letters on the sticker will appear nice and bold on your water bottle. To design the phrase, I'm using a copperplate graph pad by John Neal Books. The pencil is my favorite tool for writing and designing. I wanted to incorporate more of an illustrative element into the design, so I've added some florals. Step 2. Digitalize your handwritten phrase. You have two options to capture your finished sketch. Either use a scanner if you have one, or simply take a good straight-on photo of your design. Try to avoid tilting your camera. Instead, use the guidelines on the camera function to ensure you take a straight-on photo. The photo doesn't have to be super high quality, it just needs enough pixels so that you can refer to it while tracing on Procreate. Step 3. Create PNG file on Procreate. Here's my iPad that I use. This is a mini version. I used to have the bigger one, like the normal iPad, but I realized the portability is very important to me. So I changed it to the iPad mini, and since then, I really love using it. So let's open the Procreate app. Compared to how amazing this app is, the price is only $9.99 and it's only one-time purchase, so I personally feel like it's a great investment if you haven't already bought one. Once you open the Procreate, click on this plus sign to make a new canvas. And as a graphic designer, my brain works better in terms of paper size, so I tend to choose the paper, which is the 8.5 by 11. Since this project doesn't need many layers, I think this should be no problem. Click on this gear icon to bring in the photo, insert a photo, and this opens up your photo library. Choose the image that we took a photo of, your design. And now you can use your fingers to rotate it and enlarge it and position it the way you want it. Once you have your image ready, click on this layers button right here and then click on the plus button to make a new layer above the image. This is an important step that you don't want to miss because it will make your process of making the sticker way easier down the road. And now click back on the image layer and we're going to click on this end button and change the opacity of the image file to be light. Now go back to the layers overview and select the blank layer that we just made above. Click on the brush library and you'll see lots of choices of brushes. I'm going to be using the brush called Brush Pen within the calligraphy brush library. Select and slide to the left and click on duplicate. And now you see this tiny Procreate logo on the right side. This indicates that it's a copied brush. Click on the brush and you'll see something called Brush Studio. This is where you customize your brush properties. So out of all these sections on the left, the one that we want to focus on is stabilization. So don't be afraid, just play around with these settings and fine-tune the brush property to the way you like it. If you want to reference the settings that I have used, here are the final numbers that I chose for each properties. And also, I touched upon one of the property under rendering. As a default, it was light glaze. I didn't like how the brush strokes had the gradient effect to the end, so I chose uniform glaze so that all the brush strokes are nice and flat. Click on this circle on the top right corner and it'll give you a color palette. You can pick any color you want, but I want to see my brush nice and clear, so I usually use this hot pink. Now let's zoom into the sketch and then we're gonna start with the first letter B. And always double check that you're writing on the right layer, which is the blank one that is above the original image. So Apple Pencil is pressure sensitive. As you press on it, it'll give you a thicker line, just like the pointed pen calligraphy. But this one seems way too big. Use your 2 finger and tap on the screen to undo it. Adjust the size of your brush by touching on this button on the left side. Now trace over the original sketch and finish all your writing and the illustration. If needed, you can go into the detail and make it exactly the way you want by brushing it or erasing some parts to it. So the tracing is finally all done, and now we need to export the file. Click on the layers and then turn off the image file and make sure to turn off the background as well. So all we have left is only the tracing part with the transparent background. Open the gear icon, and then from there, the third one is the share action. And underneath, there's gonna be a ping file. Select that and export it whichever you want. You can email it or save it to your iPad, but I usually send it to my Google Drive and upload the file. All right, let's move on to the Cricut machine. Step 4, set up in Cricut Design Space. The model I own is a Cricut Explorer Air 2, and I wanted it for such a long time. And then I received it as a Christmas gift. But despite my excitement, I didn't get a chance to use it at all throughout the entire year because I felt intimidated by it. If you're in a similar situation, let's break through that creative block together by tackling it head on. Don't worry, I'll walk you through every step of the way. So first things first, on the back of the Cricut machine, plug in these 2 cables. Plug one end of the USB cable into your computer. Plug the other end into the power outlet. Download and open the Cricut Design Space app. Design Space may seem complicated at first, but once you navigate through it, you'll find it very user-friendly and easy to follow. Click on the New Project button. On the menu on the left side, click on the Upload button. Click on the Upload Image button. Navigate your folders to find the PNG file you created in Procreate. Choose Complex as the image type. There's no need to remove the background from our image, all thanks to Procreate. We've already made the background transparent by creating the image on a separate layer. This is why that step was crucial. We're going to cut image only, not print it. Name the file and add tags if you wish. Now your image has been uploaded, select the upload, and then add to canvas. The image can be super large depending on your file size, so we need to adjust the size to our liking. This is the bottle where I'll apply the vinyl sticker. I've been a big fan of Swell water bottles. They keep liquids warm and cold for a really long time. This is my 5th purchase. Let's measure the flat area before the curve starts right here. It's about 6 inch. So back in the design space, let's change the width of the image to be 6 inches. Great! Click on the green button Make. Choose the size of your mat. I have the square one, which is 30.5 centimeter. When your Cricut machine is properly connected and powered on, you need to choose your base material by rotating this dial. Set it to vinyl for our project. When you open up the machine, it has 2 inserts. Make sure you have the blade in the B compartment like this. Step 5. Prepare the materials. First, grab a Cricut board. Each color has different levels of grip: strong, standard, and light. I'll be using the lightest grip. The board has a slight stickiness to its surface. Now, take a roll of vinyl in your preferred color. There's permanent and removable vinyl. If you put your water bottle into a dishwasher, then go permanent. But I'm using removable since I hand wash. Cut the vinyl to your needed size based on the design space preview. Apply the vinyl to the mat. And use the squeezy tool to ensure it sticks well. Step 6. Load the mat and cut the sticker. You'll see a flashing arrow button on your machine. Load the mat within these small hooks on the sides. And then click on the arrow button. You'll then see the Cricut logo button is flashing now. Press the Go button, the Cricut logo, and enjoy the precise stance of the Cricut. Depending on how complex your design is, this cutting process will take some time. The cutting is completed. Press the Unload button to take out the mat. Step 7. Weed out unwanted parts. Look at how the machine was able to cut with such fine detail. I am so impressed every time. Remove the sticker from the mat. Now, the weeding part, which is removing the unwanted parts from the sticker, it can be satisfying, but at the same time, it requires patience, especially for detailed stickers. So I would advise you to start with the larger areas, then move on to the finer details. Weeding part is all done. Now, grab a roll of transfer sheet, cut it to a size slightly larger than your sticker. Apply a clear transfer sheet on top and use the squeegee tool. Peel off the backing sheet from the sticker at a very low angle, working slowly, one spot at a time. If I have to give you one tip, don't forget to breathe during the process. Since the sticker was very delicate and thin, at one point, I almost had an urge to give up, but I kept on going. Step 8. Apply the sticker onto the water bottle. This is the last step. Now it's time to apply the sticker onto the water bottle. Make sure that the surface is nice and clean. Use a squeegee to really stick the sticker. One thing you have to be careful in this process is that you need to peel off the transfer sheet at a very low angle. And voila! Now the water bottle has become more personalized and beautiful. I feel like I want to drink more water from now on. I hope you enjoyed the whole project. If you did, please like and share the video. And don't forget to subscribe for more project ideas and calligraphy writing tips. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Until next time, happy writing!